Hello everybody, and welcome to another Wylock video. My name is Jibin Joseph, and I'm here to help you guys out with some 7th grade math. So let's start with number 1. Alright, negative 27 is equal to 3/4 times W. So how do you get the value of W? Well, you're going to want to, You're going to want to divide 3/4 from both sides. Since you want to isolate W. So, negative 27 divided by 3/4 is what? Well, that's equal to negative 27 over 1 times the reciprocal, which is 4/3. And then you can factor this out. This turns to 1, this turns to 9. And then negative 9 times 4 is equal to negative 36. Let's do number 3. Negative 110 is equal to negative 4c minus 6c. So first what you're going to do is combine like terms. So negative 4c minus 6c, so you get negative 110 is equal to negative 10c. Then you want to divide negative 10 by both sides, and you should get 11 is equal to c. And then let's do, what should we do? Let's do number 6. So number 6 is a combination of the previous two problems that we have done. So first, you're going to want to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 6/5, or divided by 6/5. So 6/5 times 5/6, that just cancels out. And negative 36 over 1 times 5/6, this cancels out, is equal to negative 30. So then you get 8k plus 2 is equal to negative 30. Then you want to subtract 2 from both sides, so minus 2 minus 2. So then you get 8k is equal to negative 32. So just divide 8 by both sides, and then we get k is equal to negative 4. So yeah, that should be right with that question. So let's move on to number 2. First, solve the equation if possible. So for number 2, what you're going to want to do is combine like terms if possible. So the way you do this is 6 times 2a plus 10 is equal to 5 times a plus 5. So first you just want to combine like terms or multiply each side by the multiplication factor. So you got to multiply 6 by these two, so you get 12a plus 60 is equal to 5a plus 25. So now what you're going to want to do is subtract 25 from both sides. So you get 12a plus 35 is equal to 5a. Then you want to subtract 12a from both sides. So minus 12a minus 12a. So you get 35 is equal to negative 7a. Then divide negative 7 by both sides, and you get negative 5 is equal to a. So yeah. Let's go on to solving the proportions. So let's do number 1. So 56 over 60 is equal to x over 2. So one way you could do this is these equations are the same thing as multiplying this by that. So 56 times 2 is equal to 112. So what you're saying is 112 is equal to 16x. So you want to divide by 16 by both sides. So you do 112 divided by 16. So how do you figure this out? So we're just gonna want to do guess and check. So since we know 6 times something has to end with 2, We know that's 6 times 7 equals 42. So we could do 16 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 plus 4 is 11. So you get 1 to 12. So that means x is equal to 7. Then we could do number 3. So same thing here. 45 times 8. That is equal to 360. And then which is equal to 5c plus 2. So what you want to do is, 5c plus 10. My apologies, guys. So then what you want to do is subtract 10 from both sides. So you get 350 is equal to 5c divided by 5. You get 70 is equal to c. Alright, so let's move on to use the percent equation to answer the question. So remember, what percent is 30% of 50? So using this equation, you go A is equal to 30% times 55. Same thing as 0.3 times 55. If you write that in fraction form, you can get 3 over 10 times 55 over 1. So, divide 10 by 5, which you get 2. 55 by 5, which is 11. You get 33 over 2, which is equal to 16.5. So the number that is 30% of 55 is 16.5. Number 2, what percent is 56 is 21? So 21 is equal to p percent times 56. So then you want to divide 56 by both sides. So 21 over 56 simplifies to 3/8. And you want to write that as a percent. If you write that as a percent, you should get 37.5%. Number 3, 117 is 78% of what number? So what you want to do is 117 is equal to 78% times b. So you want to do 117 divided by 0.78. Or what you could do is multiply by the reciprocal. So 117 over 1 times 100 over 78. And if you do all that math, you should get is equal to 150. Then number 4, what percent of 60 is 18? Well, that's just 18 is equal to p percent times 60. So you just do 18 over 60, which is equal to 3 over 10, which is equal to 30%. Alright, so on to the next page. Write the equation so that y is a function of x. Okay, so let's do number 1. So you're going to want to put everything in slope-intercept form. So first what you want to do is subtract x from both sides. So you get 7y is equal to negative x plus 0. And then divide 7 by both sides. So you should get y is equal to negative x divided by 7. And then number 3, what you want to do is isolate y again. So what you want to do is add y to both sides. So you get 5y minus x is equal to 20. Then add x on both sides. So you get 5y is equal to x plus 20. And divide 5 by both sides. So you should get y is equal to x over 5 plus 4. And then x over 5 can also be written as 1/5 x. Alright, let's move on to word problems. So start with number 1. Which of the following below is equivalent to the ratio below? 3 spoons of sugar for every 5 cups of coffee. So that's just 3/5. So A is 2 over 4, which is equal to 1/2, which is not 3/5. 4 over 6 is equal to 2/3, which is not 3/5. 6 over 10 is equal to 3/5, which is 3/5. And 10 over 16 is equal to 5 over 8, which is not 3/5. So the correct answer is C. And then number 2, which ratio is proportional to 12 over 8? So there's a lot of different ratios you could have chosen, but if we just simplify 12 over 8, you get a ratio of 3 over 2. The 3, same thing here, which ratio is proportional to 2 to the 6. Just simplify that, you could get 1 to 3. But there's also many others that are proportional. And then finally, last question, number 4, look at a table, fill in the table so that the quantities of the tables are proportional to each other. So 2/3, 6 over 9 equals 2/3, 8 over 12 is equal to 2/3. So you want to do x over 6 is equal to 2/3. So you want to cross multiply, you get 12 is equal to 3x, divide both sides by 3. So you get 4 is equal to x. So the correct answer is 4. And I think that wraps up for today, boys and girls. Have a good day.